From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth here at my bar at Tommy Max, where everybody's welcome to have a seat and get a chance to tell their story about what they're doing out there. Brought to our good friends at Foodies Care and the Daily News Network. It's Biz Champions time, too, so that means Major Harding is here, and he brought a great guest. We're going to talk a little marketing and I'm told maybe a little scuba diving. We'll try to wrap it all together right here at the bar. Let's say hi to Kate Reeve from CommuniKATE.
Hey,
Kate,
how are you doing today?
How are you? Good to see you.
Hey,
Mage,
Tom,
how are you, my man?
I'm great, man.
Always good to see you. I love the title of your company,
Thank you.
CommuniKATE.
Yeah, keep
with
it
your
easy,
name.
right?
Absolutely. How long have you been in the marketing world?
I have been my business 7 years, but in the industry 15.
15 years.
Yeah.
How'd you get into marketing?
Funny enough, not the way you would think. I originally studied engineering because I grew up on a military base, and that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And decided, well, that's just what you're supposed to do, but it's problem solving, and that's what marketing is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now I can do it with creative.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's way more fun.
Yeah.
So that's where I went into
I've
it.
been in it for a long time. It just makes it's more common sense than any other field. It feels like,
Right.
Do the right thing, and good things will happen.
Strategically, though.
Strategically and creatively.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And being smart with that. But
Mhm.
so you mentioned the base. So you grew up scuba diving in the Pacific.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. This is really fascinating.
So it was a tiny little island no one's probably heard of, Kwajalein, out in the South Pacific. Island's a half a mile by 2.5 miles. So,
Wow.
I mean, micro, no cars, no cell phones. We had only AFN, American Forces Network. So after watching these really, really, really terrible commercials from the military, I was like, I can do that better. You know what I mean? But it was the best diving in the world. 100 feet visibility, World War II wrecks, airplane graveyards, the works.
Your father was a pilot. Is that correct?
He was also a military chaplain. So
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the family's a jack of all trades.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. And your mom went to West Point as well.
first class of women. So hoorah on that. I'm very, very proud. She now fixes radars around the world, which is crazy. And then she decided that my dad couldn't be the only pilot in the family and went and got her pilot's license too.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow. Did you ever think of the military career route?
yeah, but I don't like constraint. I like to kind of go
With
by
the rebel, yeah.
I'm the rebel. Yeah, you get it.
I love it. Yeah, absolutely. And that's nice for marketing, right? Because you really don't have constraints. You do, depending on who you're doing it for, but
Right.
keep it in the realm. But it's not like constricted.
No.
Yeah.
So I'm going to football it for you and
Give it
everything.
to
So
me.
just because, football, I've heard.
I think
you know,
so.
Just
I think
a
so.
smidge.
Yeah.
But it's like the game's the same. The goal is to win and everything like that. And with marketing, it's finding the right player at the right time in the right position. But what you need is a good head coach.
Right.
So that's what I like to do, is be that coach to be help to align those strategic players, whether it's from Google Ads to creative to your website, align that to make strategic wins.
So, Kate, the difference between branding and marketing, what would you say that is?
So branding, I would consider your foundation. Right. So and it's more than just a logo. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, my branding's my logo. That's just one tiny little element.
Right.
You need your brand story. And right now with AI, authenticity matters more than ever.
Yep.
If you wrote it on ChatGPT, it's super obvious you did.
Right.
If you built it on, Canva, people know that's okay to start.
Right.
But you need to have a very strong foundation. Marketing is how to drive people to that foundation and everything like that. So unless you have a beautiful, product or service, website, all that stuff, a reason for someone to actually sign their dollars with you, there's no reason. But if you also don't tell people about it, no one's going to walk through the door. So you need to have both sides.
You need both, right, to drive people to your business.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And with a more creative, as long as it's genuine, like your title, like that stood out. CommuniKATE with your name as Kate with a K.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's creative. That'll make me remember that name.
Right.
Just from that one letter.
I'm super dyslexic, so I try to make it really easy for people. I put my name, my business, and what I do all in one word.
Yeah.
So that's like a full circle. And you were saying you're in the contracting business and everything. I actually specialize in home services.
Do you really?
So roofers, construction, power washing, things of that nature, because I feel as if people in your industry, there's a lot of handshake deals, but that's not happening as much anymore. The new generation's coming in.
Right.
So we need to change it from the handshake to the digital handshake. So I help organizations with that transition.
That's cool. Yeah. And we're all about marketing here Client-focused media.
Right.
That's what we do.
We do everything in house.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
So, but the video component now with the shows
Right.
is that's driving the industry. That they're looking for
Yes.
creative video content.
Well, and those out of the videos is the quick reels that
Yes.
really garner the
Right.
attention to get them, which is kind of what you're saying. Build the foundation,
Right.
force them into the business, and then maybe you got a deal there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And with video content is so incredibly important nowadays because people don't want to read anything.
Yeah.
And you've got 3 seconds with TikTok and all these other things. Their attention span, if you can't hook them immediately, then you've lost them. So
Right.
So I'm in the marketing world, right? Doing my own stuff and whatnot. Just a little bit.
Just a smidge.
Facebook is still big for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because of my age at 55, but it's still one of my largest followers. Any content I put out there, that type of thing. Twitter, LinkedIn, and then Insta.
Right.
I have not crossed into TikTok.
Right.
I feel
You
like
do
it's
well on TikTok.
almost, I feel like I would, but
Yeah.
it's almost like another thing.
I know.
So when do you know what I mean? Like when
That's
is
when you
too
hire
much?
somebody out.
Yeah, no, I know. But you
No,
still have to do the
it's
video. You
still
still got to
a
do the
thing.
thing. You know what I mean?
That's the biggest issue right now because there's so many things that people are like, oh, I do a webinar. Oh, I do a sponsorship. People are now overloaded
Or a
with a
podcast.
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
Everyone's got, something. Everyone's got a shtick now.
Right.
So what you need to do with your content is to have very interesting content. You can't just be like, buy my product, buy my product.
Right.
What is relevant to me? What can I actually take out of this? And
Yeah.
unless you're giving your audience something, whether it's here's a new deal, have you tried this technique or
Yep.
something relevant,
Yep.
no one cares. So you have to stay relevant with
And
your content.
showing your personality, I think, is important.
Yes.
You know? And I received this great bit of advice from my friend Ernie Bono. You probably know Senior, right? And Junior. He said to me, because I was pitching this concept, I just want to get his idea.
Right.
He goes, you know what, Tom, when you do something like this, just remember, a third of the people are going to like it.
Right.
A third of the people aren't going to like it. And a third of the people aren't going to give any
Right.
crap about it.
Right.
So can you live with the 2/3? And is the third enough?
Right.
That's when you know you got something. Because the third may be big enough that, it's still
Right. Carry over the top.
2/3 don't like me.
Yeah.
But a third does, and I'm making a living and it's good, it's successful, and all that. You know what I mean?
And that's why you have to have a thick skin.
You gotta
Like
have thick
it's,
skin.
as an entrepreneur, you have to have thick skin in general because there's so many ups and downs and
Yep.
everything. But especially when you put yourself out there creatively,
Yep.
and just realize someone is going to say something negative about you, guaranteed, no matter
doubt.
what your shtick is.
Yep.
So just be okay with that and know that. Ignore it, blinders.
And just remember, they'll never say it to your face.
Right.
It's all
behind
online.
your back.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the record, I don't block anybody, but I mute them.
Right.
So if you say something negative about me, I don't ever hear it. So it's like a
Right.
tree falling in the forest.
Right.
If you're not around, you don't hear it. So I
Right.
don't even care what you say.
Well, let's just take
Right.
it back to the Jaguars. There, some people are going to say amazing things, and some people might not always say the most beautiful
True.
things.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence. Same deal.
So you
Right.
have to zone in and focus on what makes sense to you, and really be that self filter. And
Yep.
yes, at times it's really hard, especially if something happens.
Yep.
And if something does happen, what my advice is: take a minute, take a beat, absorb it, let yourself feel it,
That's
but then
right.
freaking move on.
And then come back.
Then
with
come back.
something.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, let's talk a little scuba as we wrap.
All right.
Okay. By the way, have you scubaed out here in our waters at all?
I have not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, not
Okay.
had the chance
Not
yet. Mm-hmm.
Back in your days of scuba diving,
Right.
Creatures in the ocean.
So my
What are we
logo
talking?
is reflective of this. It's a manta ray. So the biggest creature I've seen in the water, 10-foot manta ray, is a beautiful, majestic creature,
Oh
right?
my gosh.
And the tiniest flick of a wing, it soars across the entire ocean. So my tagline, small moves, big waves, which means like literally just a gentle thing can make you soar across the ocean. So
Right.
like literally it's baked into my identity.
Like a quick video.
Yeah.
That
I
No,
see
right,
what you
right.
did
I
there.
mean,
Yeah.
You
yes.
hit a quick video
Yeah.
and you don't know where that could take you.
You really don't.
You know, but they got to follow it up with something.
Right.
Right.
And get people to get to your.
Build that
Like
momentum.
Joe Rogan didn't all of a sudden go on for 4 hours and people started listening.
Oh my
to
gosh,
him.
you're amazing.
He had all these clips and they got people to like him. And he's
Right.
like, you know what? I can do now 4 hours. Like
Yeah.
Pat McAfee, same deal.
Right.
Look at the rise of that guy. He
Oh,
started
yeah.
in a truck.
Yeah.
You know, but if you can hit it,
Right.
and I think for a content creator like me,
Right.
that's in marketing,
Right.
hitting that algorithm,
Yes.
hitting that's where it gets frustrating.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
man, how do I one video do so well,
Yeah.
the other doesn't? But the deal is be consistent.
Right. Just keep
Don't
swimming.
stop. Don't stop. Yeah, keep swimming.
Yep.
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 Just keep. Escape.
Unsubject.
I
got
Tori's
that.
the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah,
She's the
yeah,
best. No
yeah.
doubt about it. Well, that's fantastic. So, sports fan.
Yes, absolutely.
What are we into?
So I love all sports. My husband has gotten me into it because before I just rooted for anybody who had the color blue, and he's like, "Why?" And I was like, "Because I look good in blue."
There
So
you go. I like it.
But definitely a Jags fan now. That I live here, and we had a really great season. Wish we would have a little bit further. I know we all did, but I'm really excited for next season. Baseball, got to go Yankees. You know what I mean?
The
Like
Yanks. All right.
I lived in New York 7 years, so like have a little history
Adopted
there.
them.
Love hockey. LA
you?
Kings. Like you can't beat live hockey. Let's be honest.
Absolutely.
Love it on the ice.
Yeah.
So
have you been to the Iceman?
I have, yeah.
They're fun,
so
aren't
they are, and even the jumbo shrimp,
Shrimp are great.
it's just you just got
We got a little
sports
bit
is
of everything here.
fantastic.
The new soccer, that stadium.
Yeah.
They had 14,000 people at the hockey
At
game.
the hockey game.
Yeah.
I
The other
know.
night.
I know.
That's crazy.
You got to wonder, the next pro, like elite pro, like NFL, is it NHL? Could we support it? That would be insane.
I would go, just
I would
putting it
too.
out there into the
No
universe,
doubt. Yeah,
and we have the arena for it too.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Kate, great to meet you. Thanks for being here. Really
Pleasure.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure,
Yes,
my
sir,
friend.
man.
And I love meeting new people and getting to hear what they're doing out there, their life story, their business, what they're doing. And you can do it too. Everybody's welcome to have a seat right here at Tommy Mac's at my bar and get a chance to tell your story. Make sure you check out Kate's profile. Major will be there too. DailyNewsNetwork.com. You see this conversation and thousands. We've been doing it since 2018. So you'll be spending a lot of time on that website if you want to watch these shows. Until next time, y'all stay safe out there. Y'all be cool. We'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
Cheers.